My next guest will always... Settle down, everybody. I'll come up there myself. My next guest... Oh, you want that? Okay. My next guest will always be known for playing Norm on Cheers. He's now hosting a new reality show called House of Dreams, which premieres this Monday night on A&E. Please welcome the beloved George Wendt.
Hi.
Good to have you here. Thank you so much. You know, few people reach our iconic status in TV, I believe. And I'm so glad you went along with that idea. But no, but I was just thinking about this right now. New Year's, it's a good time for a lot of people. But for you, it's got to have this almost strange quasi-hell feel. Because people see you, they gotta buy you a beer. They just have to buy you a beer.
I know. I used to say no, please, don't be silly. And now I just say, yeah, bring it, sure. Yeah.
Well, I see you've battled this successfully, yeah. But no, it's funny because anyone who sees you and it's a party environment must think, I have to buy Norm a beer.
You've got to.
Yeah, you've just got to, and you've got to just play along, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's just go with it.
Is that so wrong?
No. And you probably sound like that after a few.
Yeah.
Now, I heard a rumor once, I don't know if it's true, but there was one of those Hollywood rumors that you have like a unlimited beer at your house, and it's all free, and then every room has a beer tap. And I don't know if that's true.
My wife actually had a beer tap installed for me outside in our backyard.
And you just lie underneath it?
Yeah.
And just...
Yeah. The key is it's outside. I'm an outside husband is the thing.
Right.
You know?
So she says you do that outside, and then you can come into the house.
Yeah, and then later on, I come in.
Do you get free drinks anywhere in the world? Like if you travel around the world on a junket, you get free...
Yeah, it's
because
pretty...
people know you that Cheers is rerun everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Actually, one time I was in New Zealand. I was shooting a movie, not Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh, you'll get in there soon, trust me. You'll be in the 5th one. Yeah.
But these people, the producers, were so anxious to have me, sort of promote the movie we were doing that right as soon as I got off the plane, they brought me into to see like the World Series or the Super Bowl of cricket, and so they were like doing an...
Sounds thrilling.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They said, come on in and just sit in with the announcers for like an inning, and I'm just jet lagged out of my mind and just going, yeah, well, that's really interesting. I can see,
It's kind of like baseball, but not as exciting, right?
Right, and they said, so, mate, how about this New Zealand beer? You ever have any of that New Zealand beer? I go, yeah, I had a couple of Steinlagers on the plane. Great. They were like, just frozen. We don't mention brand names on state television.
Right.
I was like, oh, sorry, didn't know the rules.
Right.
Wake up the next morning to the sound of beep, 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 beep. The Steinlager truck backing up to my hotel. Come on, mate. Cases of beer like on a dolly, suitcases, sweatshirts, a little baggie full of hops, like, it was crazy.
No, I bet you still have that little baggie of hops, yeah.
Invitation from the brewmaster to come on
very
down.
nice.
Yeah.
So then you just went on every TV show you could and mentioned this amazing beer.
Yeah, I just did it right now.
Yeah. You'll get nothing. I've been mentioning the Porsche 911 on the air for 10 years. Nothing.
No, that is wrong.
I'm still waiting for them to bring one to my house.
That is just wrong.
Well, I got my Ford Taurus. Now, it's the S8 show. That's a beautiful car. Now, let's talk about this new reality show you're doing.
Yeah.
You are the host of this show. Have you hosted something before?
No. It was kind of a stretch for me. The whole sitcom acting thing. I'd been there, done that. I wanted a new, so develop some new muscles.
Right.
So actually, I have no idea why they wanted me to be the host. I told them, smooth patter to camera is not my long suit, but I think they just pretty much wanted the worst host they could possibly get.
So and they said, we're getting us George Wendt. We're going to have him do this thing. What is the show? Explain the reality show. How does it work? 16
people from all walks of life, just everyday people with no background in the building trades, get together to build a house. And they live in tents on the building site. and it's.
Do you have to live in a tent as the host?
No, I lived in a very posh hotel like an hour away. But
that's the best part about watching Survivor is they're all eating rats, and then I love it when the host shows up and it's clear he's at a 9-star hotel.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. How are you? And he's got a loofah with him.
Yeah.
So
the winner, one guy, they vote each other off every week, and one guy wins, and he gets to keep the house, he or she.
Right. This crappy house that they've all made. Is it a good house?
It's a damn good house.
Oh, good.
It's the house of dreams.
Good. Okay, because you just said none of them have ever built a house before. And
yeah, I mean, they if things weren't up to code, they had a little bit of help.
Someone intervenes and says, yeah, you can't build a firewall out of marshmallow.
No.
Now, I understand this get a little dangerous at times.
Well, the kids, the contestants, I call them the kids, they were living, really kind of in a swampy, lakey, way out in the boonies in Florida there. And so there was actually a lecture the first day. This guy taught a safety lecture about snakes and spiders and alligators. And, everyone was a little psyched out. Mosquitoes were the biggest problem.
Right.
But I knew that I was just going to go back to my posh hotels. It was lovely. But the first day I go out for a little walk because, I better not get any fatter. I better just, start.
Do you actually say that out loud as you're walking? I better not get fatter.
It's like, man, if I just, whew.
Yeah.
So I'm out walking along, and it's beautiful. And there's a golf course, 54 holes.
Right.
And I see, like, on this one pond, I see these beautiful swans. And I'm, like, walking down the cart path. Nobody on the golf course. So, and I see these swans sort of coming toward me. And they get up out of the water, and they start waddling. Not really towards me, but towards where I'm going to be if I follow the cart path.
Right.
And I'm thinking, man, that is cool. Wildlife. Look at these swans. They're so graceful. And then I realized, I figured they would just, bugger off any time now as I got closer and closer. But then all of a sudden, we're like this close, and they haven't walked away like pigeons do,
No, swans are not pigeons. Swans are very aggressive.
And this one guy starts, I don't know, but he must have thought I was looking at his girl or something. I mean, you know what I mean? And not bad, by the way.
Right.
Those
swans are all right,
anyway, he's up and he's like whacking at me with his mouth.
He wasn't doing this with his hand. He was. I thought he was like talk to the hand or doing sarai. No, this attack you were attacked.
Attacking me, and so I didn't want to turn around and walk away. Figured it would bite me on the butt and stuff, and that would be no good. So I'm sort of just standing my ground, going, hey, get out of here, hey, and I'm walking backwards all the while, and I'm walking up this berm, and I fall down.
Right.
Like the little girl in the Frankenstein movie, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now the thing's on me. He jumps on me.
Oh, my God.
And it's on. I'm brawling with a swan. It's like, And, he's got the neck,
and they're
3
strong,
feet long.
too. And he's
got the neck going, and I'm like, okay, now do I want to get my hand in there? And no.
No.
So he didn't know about the legs, see? He was not. I got him in a scissors, slammed him over on his side.
You got a swan in a scissor hole?
They're horrible. The hell with them.
Well, I believe in all creatures. Don't write the letters to me. Write them to George. Now, House of Dreams premieres this Monday night at 9 on A&E.
That's right.
And if you watch to the end, they're going to show the swan footage, I hope. I hope we see that. George, always good to see you.
Thanks.
George Wendt, everybody. We'll be right back with Natalie McMaster. Stick around.